Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anisa, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell. Everything I have linked to will be linked to down below in the description. Also, I upload every Wednesday and Sunday, and I try and go live every Friday, so make sure you ring the bell. So I'm going to be doing the peel off method again, and I tried to do the 2 coats of cuticle oil and 2 coats of top coat, but that never works for me, and I just wanted to see if it would work, and spoiler alert, it still didn't work for me. So I need the 3 coats of top coat. That's what I need. I've decided that 3 coats of top coat, it works every time. So the first layer is you just want to get the blossom cuticle oil and rub it all over your skin, your nails, rub it in really good. So, and then I did the second one, which you kind of leave more on top, but because you've already rubbed that first layer in, it doesn't absorb at all. But you don't want to rub that one in too much. And then this is just Beetels top coat, and you want to make sure you cover every single part of your nail. The issue with my nails is I think they're a little damaged, so it adheres pretty good even with the top coat. So like, not even with the top coat, even with the cuticle oil, it adheres pretty good. So I need the 3. Every time I do 3 on myself, it works. When I do 2 on my sister and her nails are like thinner, it peels off no problem. Like, they pop off really easily. So yes, if you have that issue, use 3 layers of top coat. You don't have to make them like super thick. You can if you really want to, but this layer is really thick that I did. The second coat is always thicker because there's nothing to like glide over, if that makes sense. Like, you don't have to be gentle or careful. So yes, if you get on the skin, it doesn't really matter. But for like product allergy reasons, don't get on your skin, but it's gonna come off anyways. And if all else fails, you just soak it off, which is what I end up doing, but I don't show that. It's just like a regular removal pretty much. File it down super thin, soak it off. And yeah, so there were the nails, and they're nice and shiny. You don't want to go over and buff this, there's no need. And I will be doing the Beetels method, like the apres dupes, those. So what I'm doing is I'm using some full cover tips. I was really excited to use these are like full cover square tips, and they are really long. I love them. Okay, they work really well. I did a full acrylic set on top of this, as you guys saw. So all you want to do is match your proper size from like cuticle area, like make sure that's correct, and your side walls, make sure that's correct. And after that, I'm going to adhere it like regular. So I'm going to be using the Beetels nail tip glue gel, and not too much. And this also helps with like practicing how to apply it. So when you apply it on another person, it's easier for you. And so what I do is click the light on and put my finger in, and I'll be doing this to the rest of the nails. You don't need to put too much gel in it. Once you can feel it start to freeze, you just want to leave it in there for a little longer and then take it out, because it's fine, because you're going to do a full cure in your big lamp for 60 seconds. Also, it is kind of easy to glue these on crooked if you're not paying attention, because like the gel starts to harden, like, because when you're sliding it in, you can move it up a little bit, and then like you try and push it down, but it's already curing. So when you push it down, it's already crooked. So like this one, my ring finger and my middle finger, I glued on crooked, but I kind of don't care, so I just left it. There was no way I'm redoing all this. So yeah, it's okay if it's crooked, it doesn't really matter. You can fix it in shaping or take it all the way off. mad at myself because these nails were so cute, and this was my I Made It Monday, or like my study group set for this week's challenge, well, last week's technically, which was Apex. And you guys, this came out so cute. I used all Kahe acrylics. So I use Sexy Jutsu, which is what I'm using right now, which is a pink. And I use Blazing Kashi, which is like that whitish color at the top, which is actually a glow-in-the-dark blue. And I also used Amethyst Release, which is pink, actually. It's not purple, it's pink. So it's a glitter. So yes, I decided to do some color blocking, which I was looking for my X-Acto knife and I couldn't find it, so I just went ahead and sculpted with my brush. It's a lot harder for me to sculpt with the brush, and I was zoomed in, I don't want to say a lot, but I was zoomed in way more than I usually am, as you guys can see. So I was like putting my hand all the way up here, and I thought that it was in, and sometimes it wouldn't be in frame, so I'm sorry about that. That's why like most of this pink is like cut out completely, because like you can't see anything. But I did a French, like a nail bed on my thumb, and then I'm doing like a slant on my nail bed. I wanted most of the pink to be on my nail bed, but at the same time I kind of didn't want the pink to be on my nail bed for all of them, just for like some change. So I don't really remember what I did for all of them, because I literally put the set on like Friday and then took it right off immediately. So yeah, that's also my issue, is I don't wait for it to like loosen, because over time of you like walking around, hitting it on stuff, typing, all that, just like wearing it, it'll loosen up. So I could have given it some time, but no, if I want it off, I want it off. So yes, I'm now putting Blazing Kashi on the thumb, and I noticed it was crooked, so I went ahead and put it on there, because when it's in its regular state, like not glow in the dark state, it just looks one way, and I wanted it to be looking really good in its like normal state, so just like the white and also the glow in the dark, I want it to be clean, and it was. I didn't really shape up that part because there was really no need, but off camera I did shape up the slant, the French, and I'm shaping up this one right now, which is I think the pinky, or no, yeah, I shaped that up a little bit before it was dry. But yes, these colors worked very well together. I didn't have a hard time with anything, and I love all her products. They're amazing. This set came out so cute, and yes, I'm gonna let you guys watch the rest of it. And I will be encapsulating this because you have to. You cannot skip encapsulating on this. Every single color needs to be encapsulated. This is a full encapsulation like design. This is pretty much just a design, and then you encapsulate to get your strength and protection and all that stuff later. So yes, keep this thin. But if you want to build up a part like the pink part, you can if you really want to, but I don't. So I'll be back later. So now, after I finish up this last bit of Blazing Kashi right in the middle of that nail, I'm going to be encapsulating with JC Beauty Concepts Clear. And I've been using a size 12 brush this whole time, JC Beauty Concepts Monomer, blue shop towels, and yeah, let me know if you guys want a haul video in the comments, because I have all the supplies for it, partially recorded it. I just want to know if I should like edit it and upload it, because if I do, it'll be Wednesday's video. So yes, let me know. And this is a very important video for Apex. That's why I keep showing you guys like the sides of my nails, and you'll see that like kind of throughout the video a little bit. But I primarily get my Apex in the like application process, because my filing can kind of be aggressive if it's not. So in order to prevent me from going crazy and doing too much, I just try and get everything as good as I can in the application process. And I kind of do like a 3 bead method sometimes, but I don't really stick to a method. I'm trying to be more precise of where I'm adding my beads. So yes, if I'm doing like a basic application, so like adding my clear or doing a solid nail or something like that, I do like half of the tip depending on the length, then where the tip meets the natural nail, then the cuticle area, and then one more at the stress point or the apex area to make sure it's nice and not too high but not too low. Your cuticle area should not be the highest area, and don't make your tips like too thick either. And yes, if it's too much, you can always take it down in filing, but you don't want to leave like nothing for yourself to work off of. So don't leave the nail too thin. Don't leave like a hole, like a slope in the middle of the nail. You do not want that. So yes, I'll be back when it's time for filing. So now that everything's dry, I'm going in and using my Carlash 8080 grit hand file. I don't think I've mentioned this, or I might have. The 180 grit half moon files are best for like smoothing out the nail or like super short nails where there's really nothing to reshape, because it's not the sturdiest like board. This is like super sturdy, so like you can see that it's not like bending when I file. The other ones, they'll have to like hurt your hand because you have to push on the file so much just to get it to do something if you're trying to do something other than short nails. So I just refined the shape a little. And these are not coffin, they're square, but they kind of look like they are, even though I didn't pre-shape at all. So I don't know what it is with that, but I'm using my Pana 5-in-1 just to go around the cuticle area and get anything off the skin, pretty much is what that's for. And like you want to seal the cuticle, but I'm kind of like pretending to seal the cuticle, just getting it off the skin pretty much, and just smoothing out the nail, even though there's really nothing too smooth as you can see it from the side view. But I like to go over it with the 5-in-1 fine just cause really. And I'm also taking down some of the tip bulk because it's too much for me. It's like way too thick. And the apex is fine, so I'm pulling down with my drill bit instead of like filing over it, because you don't want to file over it. You kind of want to stop at it and pull down so you can kind of thin that area out without filing on the cuticle, not the cuticle area, without filing on the apex. So yes, that's what the nails are looking like. And I had some on my skin, so I went ahead and got it off real quick. Don't do that, you might cut yourself. But yes, again, around the cuticle area, just make sure everything's clean. And still, that tip area is not how I like it. And if your cuticle area is fine, you don't need to take any thickness down, and your apex area is not too high, you literally don't want it high at all. So yes, no overkill needed. And this nail, it was kind of like bowing a little bit because I forgot to add some clear, so I just went ahead and fixed it in the filing. And now I'm using a fine sanding band, which is 180 grit is what I use. And I'm just getting out all those scratches made from the e-file or the hand file. This is a step I do before I buff. And again, don't file on your apex area too much because you're gonna like start to flatten it out slowly. So now I'm just buffing the nails with a red buffer, like I said, to get out all the scratches. And sometimes the 5-in-1 can leave some deep ones, so that's why I go in with the 180. Even though I could just like leave the surface alone entirely, it just feels weird not to add any texture because when you top coat, you want some texture on there, and the acrylic, when you lay it smooth, it is smooth. So yeah, you want to add like a little bit of scratches in there with the buffer. But it's like primarily smooth. So now I'm going in with Beetels top coat, and I'm just making sure everything looks good. There's nothing on my skin because again, like allergies and all that. So you want to keep everything looking clean. You don't want anything looking too wonky either because the gel will tend to like expand and pull a little. So you want to wipe your sides off. And you don't want any like shiny cast from gel on your skin. It doesn't look good. And yes, don't use too much gel. Don't use it too thick. It doesn't add any extra shine. If your top coat doesn't look shiny after you cure it for the proper amount of time, sorry, you might need a new one. But this is what the nails look like glowing in the dark. Like, look how clean the thumb is. It all looks super good. My middle finger was a little dull because of me putting it underneath, but here's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell. Everything I will link to down below in the description. And thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.